Marcus Rashford getting on the board in just 81 seconds. But that was all Amad Diallo. The run, the way he destroyed that flank. Clinton, I know you were going off about Alex Ashmore's potential starting 11 for Ruben Amorim's first side. Let's take a look at that, and then we'll get Clinton's opinion.
Let's see. Alex made an 11 for Amorim's potential first match for Manchester United. If we can pull that up, that would be brilliant. All right, Alex, break it down for us.
So I've gone for Onana in goal. I think that's fairly obvious. Back three, assuming Lena Yoro starts, Lisandro Martinez and De Ligt. Midfield two of Kobe Mainu and Ugarte. Wing backs of Mazwari and Tyrell Malacia. And then Garnacho and Diallo are sort of wide attacking midfielders. So, not necessarily right behind the striker. And then Rasmus Højlund up front.
Welp.
Do you have anything to say, Alex?
Just one of possible.
Wait.
One of the possible.
Let me just put the camera on. Give me the mic.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull it back up though. We did just have a graphic for that. So this was the potential that Alex had. So it was Onana, Johnny Evans, De Ligt, Mazraoui. Wait. Oh, this is
The actual lineup.
Oh, this is poor form. All right, I was reading it and I was like, wait, Alex, you got it right.
I got it exactly
What
right.
do you mean?
That video
No.
must be AI. Someone's got to this video. I've never said that. I'm doing a Clinton cod.
And Marcus Rashford playing up front here, though.
To be honest, I think Clinton and I were talking about this earlier, the fact that when we see Marcus Rashford scoring goals, it's that romantic in us that we want to see him, playing up front, fearlessness, running at defenders, taking on defenders. And, when we see him out on the left, he kind of feels like he's hidden a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, we know the talent that he has. Not too long ago, he was being, touted with a move to PSG. He was, probably linked with some of the other biggest clubs in Europe at some point over the last 5-10 years. He is, at one point, he was one of the generational stars, so to speak. And to see him, I think, get a proper role in that team and get a role up front, I think it's good to see. And hopefully Amorim sticks with him, because I think the more confidence they have in Rashford and the more they play him up front in that centre striker role, I think the more goals they'll score for him and the better United will do.
Clinton, do you like Rashford in that position over Højlund?
I mean, you know what I would always say. I feel like, listen, I've never rated Rasmus Højlund. I feel like Rasmus Højlund should be playing somewhere, maybe
Mid-table club.
Southampton. Like, let him.
Oh,
let
not
him start.
mid-table?
No, let him start from there. For me, I don't know whose idea it was to. I don't know what he was in wherever team he was playing at.
Don't do.
No, I'm being sincere. Listen, since he's joined Manchester United, what has been his input to the team? Do you understand? I will still choose Marcus Rashford. Sorry, I will choose.
Rasmus
over Rasmus. Rashford over Rasmus for me. Listen, I know.
Not Xerxes?
Wait, if I hear that name again.
Sexy Xerxes.
The funny thing, I'm feeling like the way they get players from Manchester United, they listen to the names. I'm like, wow, this name sounds like a very good footballer. Let's just. How much is it?
I mean, they have form for that. You know about the Bebe story. Sir Alex Ferguson had not seen Bebe play, but he ordered for him to come. You know the story, right?
I think I've heard it. I mean,
Yeah. He had never seen the player himself. He just came on a recommendation.
No, but listen,
he was rubbish.
My best top, forward for Manchester United now, whichever way, I don't know how they want to make it happen, but if you have Amad Diallo, Garnacho, and Rashford up front, I'm very happy.
That's exciting.
This is what I want to see.
That's exciting.
You understand? Like all these, Gary, listen, the rest of them can come from. Let them learn. Because the truth is, Garnacho has been in Manchester. He's done exploits. Yeah, his career has, obviously because of the guy he started sleeping with, has been, somehow one way or the other. But we know that when he wants to be a very good player, he, like I said before, when Garnacho came into Manchester, we thought, wow, this is a Cristiano Ronaldo replacement, right? And he was doing it. Then later on, he felt like, okay, what's going on? But most times, I think it's the people you also play around with. They bring out the best in you, and you automatically just see some level of improvement in your level of play. I just know that Manchester United, we have I've just mentioned the best Listen,
Three.
you see that three. If
Yeah.
we're not going to the midfield,
I mean, they're exciting, but, you know, Amorim style, and he likes exciting, you know, like that. But he's spoken a lot this weekend, hasn't he, Alex?
that's the next thing we're going to talk about, though.
Yeah.
That's the next thing.
No, but
yeah.
he admitted that
Yeah.
on the touchline in the dugout, he spoke in the dugout far more than,
he was
entire
looking
time at Sporting. That's to say that there's a lot of work for him to do.
That's the Premier League, though.
That's the Premier League.
I think those are the pressures you have to deal with. And quite often as a manager, I don't know what he is like as a person, but
Yeah.
as a manager, I would imagine you never really want to do any of these media duties. So
Yeah.
having to do all of those, I think that's something you have to factor into, you know, how you can do your job. Because at Sporting, yes, there would have been media attention, but largely he would have been able to get along with his job. But in England, the Premier League, it's a completely different kettle of fish.
And it was quite nice that, you know, Gary Neville, namesake, he bashed him about his reaction to, or Gary's thoughts on whether Rashford and Casemiro had gone out for the international break for 5 days. And then he got Amorim to speak to them. I think that was nice. That he got Amorim to ask him personally, like, what do you think? Amorim said, if the club has allowed them, what the hell do you expect them to do?
Right.
So, yeah, I think that sort of honesty is refreshing. But at some point, I think he will learn to avoid the media because, you know, can't do without them, can't do with them.
Yeah.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't in the English media. So, yeah, but I think that he's going to do well. Whether the fans are going to give him enough time, whether the ex-United players are going to give him enough time, is another thing altogether. But yeah, I think that he's gonna do well. I'm hoping he's gonna do well.
Clinton, Ipswich probably should have won this game, if I'm being honest.
Oh, no, absolutely, 100%.
Amari Hutchinson with Golasso, yes, it was a deflection, but he probably should have had another. The defense of United is something that is very, very concerning with the back three of 36-year-old Johnny Evans. That's not who you want to be starting on a team like Manchester United. Potentially a substitution player, but not a starter with Matthias de Ligt, who since leaving Juve, I feel, has been on a steady decline, and Mazraoui. The three of them were unconvincing.
Don't know what you want me to say.
Agree? Disagree?
No, I mean, no, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. Fact is, listen, you know, when it comes to Manchester United, I always feel like our defense is something they need to pay more attention to. I don't know, for some reason, there's something about the recruits. It's almost like what's happened with Chelsea, where any player that leaves Chelsea, they become beast, they turn to some kind of beast mode, and then somebody comes to Chelsea, and obviously Chelsea is not the Chelsea we used to know before. With Manchester United, it's almost like, okay, you could be very excellent with your career, you come there, you know, become a... I mean, look at Onana, for example. Onana's first season in Manchester United wasn't... Everybody was just shouting, like, where did they bring this guy from? But it wasn't like Onana was a bad goal. To me, Onana is one of the best goalkeepers. And, like, when it comes to his reflex, I've never seen...
I mean,
I
he showed it
did
yesterday.
it yesterday. Do you understand? Like, for me, there are players that they are good, but they come into a team where there's just something, you know, about... I don't know if I would say the relationship between themselves, you know, just it's not really adding up. That Manchester United defense is something that needs sorting. Listen, if we're able to sort that one out, I feel like they will become the Manchester United we used to know.
Which brings me to the question for all of you very quickly, sorry. Does Amorim insist on getting into the war chest and make wholesale changes to get players that he wants? Or do you think he should spend more time making this lot better?
I will go first with that to answer
Great.
that question, right? First of all, I don't think he needs players to come. Like,
He can make these guys better.
I think he can make them better.
She.
No, personally, this is what I think. Because the truth is, it's not like these players are bad players.
No, but for his system.
Listen.
For his system.
No, listen. At the end of the day, if they give you blocks, cement, paint, what do?
You
right?
build the house.
You build the house the way you want it, right? So I feel like he pretty much have all of these things. He just needs to find a way to make them work.
Now, maybe
Bring them out.
maybe you want a skyscraper and I want something built with bricks.
No, if you want a skyscraper,
Yeah.
right?
So it's not the same materials. Bro. So that's what I'm saying. So what do you think?
I think there's a couple players that might have to, go, and they need to replace. Like, the back is quite depleted, and there are older players like, you know, the likes of Johnny Evans, a constantly injured Luke Shaw. I mean, he's great when he is fit, but who knows? Harry Maguire, I mean, I know he had a resurgence last season, but there's still players on the other side of their prime, and that's concerning. You don't want to rely on a player like that. And I think the defense up front, like you said, they're solid. They're getting rid of Anthony. I know you're really excited about
Thank
that.
You, Jesus. You don't
but,
understand.
you know, there's still players like Christian Eriksen who, it's a good substitution, but you're not building a team around them.
Yeah.
So it's more the fact that there are a lot of injuries, and when the injuries are there, the skeleton team, not great.
Not great.
Alex?
I agree with what you said, Sarah, in terms of there's a lot of dead wood there that needs to be cleared out.
Just dead.
Wow.
But I do think I don't think he'd be allowed to work with a big, you know, when you talk about, you know, opening up that treasure chest. I don't think he'll have a big one like Ten Hag did. I think you've seen the cuts that Ratcliffe has made. He's cut most of the matchday staff. Now they're having to eat from the leftovers from the buffet. They're not getting their own meals. There are a lot of cuts going on at Manchester United, and perhaps, you know, we saw with Ferguson, obviously that was a mutual decision. I don't think he'll have the war chest that Ten Hag had. And if he does want to spend money, he'll have to sell first. So, you know, you look at the players the likes of Gyökeres at Sporting, Hjulmand at Sporting. These are players that he will have his eye on and perhaps want to bring in. But I think it will be a case of Sir Jim Ratcliffe saying, work with what you've got till the end of the season. In the summer, if you want to bring someone in, got to sell people first.
We asked you guys on YouTube, will Amorim be able to bring Manchester United to European contention? 58% of you said yes. Clinton Codd's one of them. So let's hope. Well, let's see. Early days, first game in for Amorim.